Hello everyone. Today in this video session, we are going to study about India's external relations. Or you can say, we are going to learn about India's foreign policy. Students, foreign policy and diplomacy are the two means through which the process of international policy operates. Every state, like an individual, wants to promote its own interests. These interests are called national interests. The nation India was born or became independent in a very hostile atmosphere. The world had seen a hazardous war and was trying to resurrect the process of reconstruction. Along with it, attempts to create a new international organization made inroads. Many new states were emerging as a result of the collapse of colonialism. These new nations were grappling with the twin challenges of welfare and democracy. These new nations, or you can say, the foreign policy of India reflects all these concerns. In this global situation, India had its own concern. The British left a legacy of several international disputes. The partition had left, or it had led to several pulls and pressures. Added to this, the problems was the task of poverty alteration. Since India, the nation, was born in the backdrop of World War, it decided to put its foreign relation on twin ideals. First is respect for sovereignty of all the nations, and secondly, achievement of peace by maintenance of peace. What does this foreign policy means? Foreign policy can be defined as a diplomatic policy of a nation in its interaction with the other nations. But there are many aspects to a nation's foreign policy and many specific terms that are used. Students, now we are going to study about some of the determinants of India's foreign policy. Students, India, even before her independence, has held an international conference at Delhi in March to April 1947. About 250 representatives of 25 countries took part in it. While addressing the conference, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru of India extended her hands of friendship to the people of African countries suffering from European, American, and other colonial imperialism. There are several factors which determine the foreign policy of India. Some of the factors were India's historical background, geographical setting, India's political ideals and values, India's international conditions, some national interests. Because India was a newly independent country, India was financially wrecked, India was quite backward from the other developed countries which resisted India, or you can say which made India to maintain a good and cordial relation with the other foreign countries. And certain economic factors were also responsible, which became an important determinant of foreign policy. Students, India's foreign policy evolved with or at three different stages. It was dependent upon the Nehruvian idealism, next it was dependent upon strategic realism, and later on it depended upon the economic pragmatism. See children, the foundation of India's foreign policy were firmly laid down by Nehru. In a broadcast made by Nehru a week after provisional government was weighed in 1946, Nehru said that his purpose was as far as possible was to keep away from the power of politics of other groups, align against one another, which might or which had earlier led to two world wars and which may again lead to disaster on even a larger scale. According to Nehru, India seeks no domination over other, and India claims no privileged position over other people. According to him, India claims equal honorable treatment from its people wherever it may go. And India would not accept any discrimination against them. According to Nehru, Indians or the policymakers, they believe that peace and freedom are indivisible, and the denial of freedom anywhere must endanger freedom elsewhere and might lead to conflict and war. Some of the basic principles of Nehru's foreign policy was maintaining sovereignty. According to it, the national interest of any country is maintenance of its sovereignty. The Indian foreign policy makers have tried to follow a sovereign approach that would give a sense of pride to all the Indians. It also made a target to promote world peace. India has promoted world peace. It has favored cooperation in social, cultural, scientific and economic fields, and instead of peaceful settlement of all disputes. Not only that, India has in fact also supported the United Nations. India has actively supported the UN in promoting world peace by reducing the Cold War tension, working on disarmament and participating in peacekeeping operations. India has also shown opposition to colonialism, imperialism and racialism. India has also supported the disarmament policy like NPT and PTBT during the Cold Wars. It wanted elimination of weapons, but it opposed to one-sided protectionist disarmament favored by the Western powers. India has also promoted the South-South cooperation, or rather we can say that India wanted to expand the South-to-South cooperation between developing states so that these states form an economic alliance and withstand the protectionist regimes of the North. We can say that India has also supported human rights. India has signed the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in the year 1948 and it supported fundamental freedoms for all the people. In fact, we would do a big mistake if we miss the NAM policy. We can say, children, that NAM or non-aligned movement or non-alignment is the most important ingredient of India's foreign policy, as it gives it an autonomous approach in the global relationship. The movement was initiated by Nehru and has since then been the precursor of foreign policies of the developing states. During the non-aligned movement or during the NAM, Nehru was his own foreign minister. He exercised a profound influence on India's foreign policy, that is between the year 1946 to 1964. Some of the major objectives of his foreign policy were to preserve the hard-earned sovereignty of India, to preserve India's territorial integrity, and he also wanted to promote rapid economic development. Students, Panchsheel was another important determinant of Nehru's foreign policy. The term Panchsheel is related to the 5 moral principles of Lord Buddha. The 5 principles were mutual respect for each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty, non-aggression, non-interference in the internal affairs of other states, equality and mutual cooperation, and adoption of policies of peaceful coexistence. In international life, the term Panchsheel was used in the year 1954, when India recognized the sovereignty of China over Tibet. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Zhou Enlai made Panchsheel the basis of international relation. Students, today's video is up to this. In my next video, I shall discuss that how India maintained distance from the two power blocks.